And they will almost always say some version of this. I was never appreciated. She didn't appreciate me. He didn't appreciate me. And in most cases, while they were busy feeling unappreciated, the other person in the marriage also felt exactly the same way. And keep something else in mind too. You know, if you're trying to judge how much work your spouse does and therefore how much gratitude you should have for them, which is entirely the wrong attitude. But if you are, remember that. Okay, sorry. I'll get into it.
Like, what are we doing? Men have no, like, what are you talking, like, silence a groper. Matt, get your ish together, dude. Leave that bitch. Can't leave her. Like,
the right wing is currently, again, obsessed with a Disney film.
Mufasa, because the lions are black. They're voiced by black people.
That's a good guess, but this time it's about the live action remake of Snow White, which it's unfortunate because I really like Rachel Zegler. I really like her politics, but this movie is not something I would have seen even if the other lead wasn't a rabid Zionist who was doing the hosting those that trauma porn stuff about October 7th.
Okay, so yep, shout out to Emma Vigeland. This is why lately I've been watching a lot of left wing commentary. I do not agree with this girl on anything but one thing, because when she laughed at the girl getting paralyzed over the no, I'm not gonna laugh at it. It's not funny. But like, she laughed at the girl getting paralyzed with the transfer, and she's like, I don't care, transfer sports and all that. I was like, this girl tripping. I don't have to agree with her on everything, and I don't have to give you guys that disclaimer. But this roast is necessary, okay? Because the right is too obsessed with things that don't matter, and we know why they are. Let's go ahead and get into, yes, Emma Vigeland destroying Ben Shapiro. This is the kind of videos I have to make now, and I don't mind making them because he deserves to be destroyed. Okay.
These screenings in the United States and was pretty integral to it. She served in the IDF as well. I think although she is Israeli, that's compulsory, but still is not somebody who has spoken out against the genocide by any means.
I don't know that I've ever seen a Gal Gadot movie, and to the extent that I can control it, I never will.
I saw Wonder Woman. The first one was good. The second one is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and she is not a very good actress. So
she's not good in any movie I've ever seen her in. I've never seen a movie with Gal Gadot in there. I'm like, this movie is better because Gal Gadot is in it.
I can say that about Zegler. Like, she really elevated West Side Story.
All right, so we're just gonna kind of, because like this is not about. Although I feel the same way about Gal Gadot. I would have never saw Snow White, but the left would have saw Snow White. But Gal Gadot, people are not. You're gonna see this meeting in the middle. It's gonna happen. Not with everything. Something's brewing here, at least culturally. All right, let's go ahead and rip into this guy.
Don't include the fact that Gal Gadot is a part of this as a reason that this movie bombs. It's just the fact that the other co-star was pro-Palestinian.
In cultural news, Snow White, there's been an enormous amount of controversy surrounding Snow White, obviously, because of everything from the original decisions with regard to casting to the insane hardcore, nasty leftism of Rachel Zegler attacking her own co-star for being Israeli, and generally attacking men and suggesting that.
I just need to rewind this. Hold on.
Hardcore, nasty leftism of Rachel Zegler attacking her own co-star for being Israeli, and generally attacking men and suggesting that.
Wait, Rachel Zegler is based? Oh, damn. If she was in another movie, I'd actually go watch it. Because I don't care about all that other stuff, too, now. I just don't even care. But I'm not watching this.
Snow White was a sexist story and all this.
Can you pause it?
Controversy's been dogging this.
How is it not a sexist story? She's kissed while she's sleeping without her consent. Like, this didn't need a new reimagining. It's just maybe best left in history.
To be fair, for this reimagining, they got rid of that. There is no prince. So they got rid of all that.
Okay, well then.
Yeah.
And also, I thought that the main issue with casting in the beginning was that Rachel Zegler wasn't like white enough.
She's Latino.
Yeah,
that's what they were upset
about.
That
was the big issue.
Which again,
Rachel Zegler is actually Polish, so it's like, yeah, I'm gonna skip a little bit. But to me, it's like the obsession of even talking about Snow White. But we know Ben Shapiro's not gonna talk about tanking.
We'll get to the blame game in a sec. Let's just let Shapiro finish because we have some developments from the multimillionaire producers who want to throw their actress under the bus.
This movie since the very beginning. So much so that the Daily Wire, I think we played a major role in basically forcing Disney to go reshoot it. Well, it didn't help, apparently. Disney's Snow White was essentially a box office dud. Early estimates suggested that they would take in 48 to 58 million in the first weekend. Apparently, it did 43 million in its first weekend. It cost $270 million to make.
Wait, so can I just say like 48? They projected 48 and they got 43? Like,
Yeah.
Not okay.
Okay, it's a little underperformance.
It bombed.
Why do I care this much?
I know.
Like, I like at the start of this, he's like, and culture
Me
news.
personally, I don't want the movie to do good because of Gal Gadot. I'm so serious. That girl held a disgusting video about, like, it was a put together movie about something.
Is this politics?
But this live action remake is a giant fail. It is not doing well at the box office. When it comes to the Rotten Tomatoes score on this thing, even the critics are not in love with Disney's Snow White. It's clocking in at 44%.
Also,
he's just mad he wasn't casted as Dopey in the movie. Like, when they decided not to use like actual like. Sorry.
I mean, he did sort of hint at like what they should be like.
Just when they go take it too far, they had a good thing. They could have did something really good with this, but they didn't. So I guess I'm just gonna finish the rest of the dragging because I'm gonna still put this out. Because Ben Shapiro deserves to be dragged. Because these are the kind of conversations we don't need to be having. There's something going on. We already know Ben Shapiro. I mean, I'm gonna leave it alone. He's never gonna talk about, like what's really happening with American Israeli alliances and things like that. Let's just go over and look at Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh today did a show about emotional labor. Women deal with, but men have their own emotional labor, and that's hardly ever discussed or acknowledged.
Married person. And they will almost always say some version of this. I was never appreciated. She didn't appreciate me. He didn't appreciate me. And in most cases, while they were busy feeling unappreciated, the other person in the marriage also felt exactly the same way. And keep something else in mind too. If you're trying to judge how much work your spouse does and therefore how much gratitude you should have for them, which is entirely the wrong attitude, but if you are, remember that. Okay,
sorry. I'll get into it. Like, what are we doing? Men have no. Like, what are you talking? Like, silence a graper. Matt, get your ish together, dude. Leave that bitch. Can't leave her. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, what is happening here? Like, why is he even still here? All right, bet. Maybe this, climate change. Trump won. Why are we still talking about this? Oh, there we go. Trans. The same thing. Obviously, Matt Walsh is not going to be like Nick. I already know that. I'm not asking for this shame. Nick's bunny died the other day. I'm not asking yesterday. I'm not asking for anything big. I'm definitely not asking for anything like this. I know he's not going to do it. J.D. Vance is LARPing as a Marine. He wrote press releases for the military and never saw combat. Just another aspect of his life that is a complete fake life. Like, these are, you know what I mean? Like, because they're going to push J.D. Vance on us in 2028. And what are we going to do? We're going to sit there and take it in? So that's what I'm saying. It's like, it really is just lame to the utmost, but Matt is talking about, let's go back to Matt. As a matter of fact, let's just real quick, because all of a sudden I'm in this mood. This girl, I mean, look, 2 hours ago, she already has 178,000 views. She just dropped off something about the JFK files 2 hours ago. Now, Matt Walsh, he did talk about that, right? So, and I'm not saying he's not getting views. I mean, I'm still talking about Snow. Nope, because he likes the copyright. I'm 13, 11. Okay, definitely more than I'm getting. I mean, he's getting views, but it's like, bro, man, like, how many Disney? How many times you gonna talk about Disney? So I don't know, man. Like, anyway. Keep it locked right here, guys. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.